looking at the auction market this week, there will be 628 this week in New South Wales, with 521 of those auctions in Sydney. Victoria will hold 621 auctions with 591 in Melbourne. Queensland will hold 222 auctions, 98 of those in Brisbane. In South Australia, there'll be 105 auctions with 99 in Adelaide. And in WA, 22 with Perth, with most of those, 19. And in the ACT, there will be 46 auctions. But let's take a look at the most viewed auctions this week. They're all in Victoria this week. The first one at 14 Olivet Avenue in Upper Ferntree Gully. It's uninterrupted views, and being adjacent to the Dandenong Ranges National Park makes it a unique proposition. Its price guide is $730,000 to $800,000. Also got 119 Barclay Street. It's a 5-bedroom house on just over 500 squares. It's a Federation-era character home and has a price guide of $1.3 to $1.4 million. 49 Johnson Avenue in Rye is a property with beach views, only a 100-metre walk to the foreshore. It's set on over 800 squares, and the price guide for this one is $880,000 to $950,000. Then you've got 11 Amdura Road in Doncaster East. That's also in Victoria, a single-level house with dual frontage, plus the potential to renovate. It's for sale. It's at around $1.01 million. And finally, 2/14 Thomas Street, Ringwood, Victoria, another single level on a bigger block of around 600 squares, around $800,000 to $850,000. And the top listing this week in Queensland at 598 London Road in Chandler. This stunning property named Stonebrook is a luxury estate, everything you could need, set on a rare 5-acre sanctuary, combines luxury and comfort. It's got a master bedroom that basically resembles a presidential suite, fireplaces, private cinema, bar, and that's just inside. Outside, you've got a stunning pool, a custom circular fire pit, half basketball court, a dressage arena, or you can practice your swing in the private golf driving range, and it's only 17 kilometres from Brisbane CBD, so its expressions of interest are open. Well, for more on the property market, I spoke with Anne Flaherty from REA Group.
Well, we are seeing people a bit hesitant to sell at the moment, which is in many ways quite surprising because the property market's actually performing very strongly. You know, we've had property price growth every month so far this year. So what we have seen is that over June, actually, listings were down very slightly over May. Of course, winter is a quieter period, but, you know, of course, this means that those properties that are hitting the market, they're seeing quite a lot of buyers, but, you know, for buyers, there's not that much choice out there. So actually, you know, sellers are in a pretty good position at the moment.
Is this keeping a bit of a floor then on house prices?
So it's actually probably one of the factors driving property prices higher. We know that interest rates, when they go up, that puts downward pressure on prices. But the fact that we're continuing to see property prices rise comes down to that supply versus demand. If there's not that many properties coming up for sale, but we're seeing more buyers, which we know we are, what that's doing is it's increasing the competition for those properties that are hitting the market, and that's pushing up the prices.
And, you know, going forward, I guess we're also nearing the end of a hiking cycle, potentially, from the RBA. It certainly looks that way, I mean, being priced in to markets. What's that sort of doing to house prices going forward?
Look, I think that once people feel confident that interest rates have hit their peak, we're going to start to see more market activity. I think that there have been a lot of people, a lot of buyers that have held off for the time being because they're unsure as to how high they're going to get, and they want that certainty. They want to know how much they're going to be paying in mortgage repayments. So I think once we know we've hit that level, we will see more buyers come to market.
And it's interesting because offshore demand for Australian property is heating up as well. Can you talk us through that?
Yeah, well, we've seen a pretty strong rise year on year in the total number of offshore searches to buy property in Australia. I think that this is being driven by people who are looking to move to Australia, so are looking for a home, but it's also due to offshore investors who are attracted to our really strongly performing property market and, you know, that really good outlook for property price growth in Australia.